This video is on area polar region, and here I have two curves. The curve R equal to 1 plus cosine of theta, and then R equal to 3 cosine of theta. So here we want to find the area of the region that is common to both curves. So here are the graphs of the curves. And we want the area of this region right in here. So this is the area of the region that we want. And so first we need this point of intersection right here, and then we also need the theta values at the pole. So to find the point of intersection, we can set the two equations equal to each other. So we have 1 plus cosine of theta equal to 3 times cosine of theta. And then subtract cosine of theta from both sides, and we get 2 cosine of theta equal to 1, and then cosine of theta equal to 1/2. And then we know that cosine of pi over 3 is a half, cosine of 5 pi over 3 is a half, and cosine of 7 pi over 3 is a half, and so on. And then we also need the points, the theta values at the pole, so we can set each equation equal to 0 and then solve for theta. So set 1 plus cosine of theta equal to 0, so we get cosine of theta equal to -1. And then we know that cosine of pi is -1, cosine of 3 pi is -1, and so on. And then setting 3 cosine of theta equal to 0, then we get cosine of theta is equal to 0. And then we know that cosine of pi over 2 is 0, or 5 pi over 2 is 0. And cosine of 3 pi over 2 is also 0. Now let's graph the line theta equal to pi over 3 and see if we get this point of intersection here. And so the line theta equal to pi over 3, we can see that it goes through this point of intersection right here. So now let's find the area of this region right here. So this region is bounded by the line theta equal to 0 and the line theta equal to pi over 3. And then the graph is R equal to 1 plus cosine of theta. So the area be 1/2, the integral of 1 plus cosine of theta squared, and then theta will be from theta 0 to pi over 3. 1 plus cosine of theta squared is 1 plus 2 cosine of theta, cosine squared of theta. And then multiply by 1/2. And now let's integrate each term here separately. So for the 1/2, we get 1/2 theta, and then evaluate from 0 to pi over 3, we end up with pi over 6. Cosine of theta, the integral of cosine theta is sine of theta, and then evaluate from 0 to pi over 3, we get the square root of 3 over 2. For the 1/2 cosine squared theta, recall that cosine squared theta is 1 plus cosine 2 theta over 2. So we have 1/4 times the integral of 1 plus cosine 2 theta. And then work this out and it will come out to be pi over 12 plus the square root of 3 over 16. And so the area of this region right here will be pi over 6 plus the square root of 3 over 2 and then plus pi over 12 plus the square root of 3 over 16. And then all of this is pi over 4 plus 9 times the square root of 3 over 16. And it's approximately 1.759676. And to find the area of this region right here, then we know that it's bounded by the line theta equal to pi over 3. And then this graph right here, which is the circle. And the equation for the circle is r equal to 3 cosine of theta. And so to get this piece right here, I graphed from pi over 3 to pi from theta equal to pi over 3 to theta equal to pi over 2. And then we get this graph for the function r equal to 3 cosine of theta. So from pi over 3 to pi over 2. And so the area of this piece will be 1/2 times the integral of 3 cosine theta and then squared, since the equation for the circle is r equal to 3 cosine theta. And then from for this piece, it runs from theta equal to pi over 3 to pi over 2. So here we get 9 cosine squared theta times 1/2. And then recall that cosine squared of theta is 1 plus cosine 2 theta over 2. So we get 9/4, and then times the integral of 1 plus cosine of 2 theta. And then of course the integral of 1 is just theta. And then for cosine 2 theta, the integral is 1/2 sine 2 theta. And then evaluate from pi over 3 to pi over 2. And then we'll get 3 pi over 8 minus 9 times the square root of 3 over 16, which comes out to be about 0.203818. And so in summary, the area of this piece right here is 1.759676. And then the area of this piece is 0.203818. So the area of this upper half right here is 1.963495. So the area of this region that we want will be 2 times the 5 pi over 8, which is 5 pi over 4, which is approximately 3.92699. And that's the end of the video.